We finished our trunk and branches, and let's see what we can do with leaves. So let's watch on them. So we need find a root point, uh, save this point and assign matrix of each leaf and dimensions. First, let's create leaf ID. As you see, leaves have names with numbers, so we will use digit functions that take numbers from the string. Let's create a primitive wrangle and create e@leaf id equal op digits from our name attribute, and we have integer attribute, and let's promote it to points from primitive, our leaf ID, and first match. Now we have leaf ID on our points. Let's pack it, because we will loop through all these leaves. Let's see, it's almost little more than 14,000. Let's create a compile block and create for each primitive. And let's see what we have. So this is our leaf. Unpack it. Let's template our tree. So it looks like the root point. It's 1 here. Let's go through all leaves. 1 here. 1 here. So we can take the point 1 and use it like a root. First, let's get a matrix orientation. So we can take, let's see, we can take 0 primitive and find axis along these edges, like we did in bounding box. Blast our primitive 0, non-selected. So we have, we should create matrices per each point, and then take a matrix from point number 1. Let's create a point wrangle. I have a preset for this, building the matrix, but it's the same like we used here on our feedback loop. Just we need to remove this translate. We need only rotation matrix, but it's stored in full matrix because it's needed us later. Let's remove this one and put here X, Y, and Z. Let's visualize. What we have. So marker, axis, our matrix, and make it smaller. Here, so we have matrices per each point. Great. Next we need to find the dimensions of our leaf. We create a bound box, oriented, and we will use the same wrangle to find the dimensions. Only thing, we now need vectors, so no need to append vectors. Everything should be removed, and we sort our divs, sort in increment manner our divs. So now longest, oh not dists, sorry, dists. Yeah, I made a mistake. Let's back. Yeah. So no need of deers, no need this one, and no need this one. Yeah. Now dists equal sort. So sort our array in increment manner, our dists. And now longest side is the last, and with because it's just a 3 component that we need a longest and second element in our array. And let's create our f at length attribute equal dists -1, and second -2 will be our width attribute. So we have our length and width. And now create a point wrangle, plug it here, plug matrix here, and plug dimensions here. And we save our matrix from point number 1, and point number 1. So now all points has the same matrix. And let's remove all points except point 1. If at etnum not equal 1, we remove all points. Move point 0 at etnum. And we have our point with matrix on it. So we will save all these points like roots for leaves, and we'll use it in dynamic and capturing our leaves. And let's assign our f at length point to length point 0 and width. It's neat if you decide to scatter new geometry using these points. Let's see what we have. So yeah, now we have our points for leaves and have our trunks ready for make a simulation.